What's up guys, Knoxtra here, recording another team analysis video. This time, we are recording for our match against BM and the Litleopool, or his team, the Litleopool. Let me just pull up his team real quick. He's got a very scary team. I went over it a bit in the last battle video, but he's got Starmie, which is really fast and can hit really hard. He's got Tyranitar, which sets up sand and can be bulky AF. He's got Lando T, who again, Intimidate, bulky AF, can hit really hard. We've got both of those are rock setters as well, I forgot to mention. We've got Crobat, which is just a super fast annoying mon. We've got Arcanine, which is another really hard hitter that can also be really bulky. We've got Sceptile, or like Mega Sceptile, who's really fast and hits really hard. You can see a pattern here. The mons are all really fast and hit really hard, or can be really bulky and hit really hard. Up until this point, where you've got Cofagrigus, who is just a super bulky ghost type that kind of prevents abilities from working. We've got Aromatisse, who's another super bulky mon, Wish Passer, but he's not the best Wish Passer. I've seen him used in leagues and it usually doesn't go too well. We've got Registeel, which is a really good rock setter, just a bulky mon. Doesn't have good recovery though, so that's unfortunate. He's got Rotom, regular form, which just like volt switches for days. Put a choice Specs or choice Scarf on there, and the ghost typing's kind of annoying because it prevents him from getting hit by fighting and normal type moves. He's got Levitate obviously, so he's immune to the ground type moves. So he's only weak to Ghost and Dark. And we've got Stoutland here, who is a third Intimidate user on his team. We've got Arcanine, Lando T, and Stoutland, which is kind of crazy. He's got Tyranitar, so we can run Sand Rush Stoutland, and this thing can hit super hard in the sand. Its speed gets so high, and then slap a choice band on it. What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? He might not run it because I've got a bunch of ghost types. I could see him running maybe Scrappy Stoutland, but I don't know. And then we've got Mesprit here, who is just kind of like there for coverage, I guess. Mesprit gets a fair amount of coverage, not as much as Azel for sure, but and it doesn't have access to Nasty Plot. It probably gets Calm Mind. I guess I could check that since I'm in Showdown. I mean, Uxie gets Calm Mind, I'm pretty sure, so Mesprit has to get Calm Mind as well. Yeah. Calm Mind plus crazy coverage, plus rocks, plus healing wish. Pretty good. Definitely pretty good. Oh, where'd my EVs go? I wanted those EVs. Glad that I caught that before I had the battle. I'm about to have the battle, and I could very easily get bodied. This guy's team is insane. He has the matchup for sure. I'm trying to pull off some really crazy tactics here, and if they don't go my way, I'm definitely gonna lose this battle. It's more of a bulky offense team. Like, I've got hyper offensive Manfred here, not Jolly though. As you'll notice, his team is really fast, pretty much outpaces Mamoswine entirely. So there's not really much point. I really wish I had room for Ice Shard on this set, but I'm just gonna have to trust that I can scare out the Sceptile when that time comes, if that time comes. Yeah, so knock off. Basically, these four moves hit everything for super effective damage that he could bring, except for the aromates. So that's good. And aromates would probably get 2-hit KO'd by like Icicle Crash or Earthquake, so I'd go for the Icicle Crash, hope for the flinch, and then just go for Earthquake after, I guess, for the guaranteed hit, because it's only got 90 accuracy, as you can see. I really wish I could run Ice Shard instead of Superpower, but with the opportunity or the option of him running a bulky Intimidate Stoutland, I can't see me not running the Superpower. I don't want to get walled by anything. So yeah. And then we've got Shenanigans, who's just like a staple on our team at this point, running the Focus Sash as per usual. I don't know, I kind of wish I put leftovers on him. I don't know if that'll come into play in the battle. I really do want to get like guaranteed 2 moves up, so Tailwind. Tailwind is basically our gimmick for this battle. We are heavily reliant on Tailwind, so if we fail to set up Tailwinds, we could very easily just lose. Period. It wouldn't be hard for us to lose. Also our lead matchup has to go perfectly for us to win this battle. I'm going to show you our lead actually. As you can see, I'm running a Choice Scarf Victini lead. Now this is very iffy. Very iffy. I'm running max HP Final Gambit. The way I see it, as long as he doesn't bring his ghost types, I 100% get a KO first turn. Now, his switch-ins to recreate consist of Landorus T, Tyranitar, Flash Fire Arcanine, which is what I'm really hoping is a switch-in, and other mon is Cofagrigus. I pray he doesn't bring the Cofagrigus. If he brings the Cofagrigus, that's going to be a problem. If he switches the Cofagrigus in on the final gambit and I'm not able to get it off, that is going to be a huge problem. Now, it could happen, and I would basically be losing at turn 1. But again, looking at his team, it's so versatile that I just can't see a way for me to win without pulling off some shenanigans, or at least attempting to pull off some shenanigans. So that's what I'm doing. I've got the Choice Scarf here. I could trick the Choice Scarf if I'm expecting him to go into the Cofagrigus. That is a possibility. I really hope it doesn't come to that, because it would be annoying, really annoying mind games. And then for the other 2 moves, they didn't really matter, so I just slapped V-Create on there as per usual and U-turn. If he gets rocks up and I lose HP, it's going to be a huge problem. This thing deals literally Final Gambit. If I'm able to get the Final Gambit off first turn, the only thing that he can live a Final Gambit with, other than the ghost types, is Aromatisse, because it's got like 101 base HP or 102 base HP or something like that. So if he's running max HP Aromatisse, then he can live a Final Gambit. But other than that and the ghost types, this is going to get a kill, and that'll relieve so much pressure off of my squad that if I can get that to work for me, then there's a much higher chance of me winning. If it doesn't work for me, I'm almost guaranteed to lose the battle. But, you know, sometimes you gotta run gimmicks and just pray that they'll work. Not much else I can say there. So yeah, so probably we lead victory, we hope to get the kill, and then we go into Sonic or Shenanigans. Probably Shenanigans, depends on his matchup, like his team makeup. Because then we can go for the light screen. We can Thunder Wave whatever comes in, even if, like, well, obviously aside from the Rotom or the Sceptile, if he switches directly into the Sceptile. But I don't know, I don't think that he would switch directly into the Sceptile. I could be wrong, because Sceptile beats pretty much everything but Sonic and Shenanigans. And even Shenanigans, it's like, we can't Thunder Wave it, so, I don't know. We've got the light screen there for attack, because I didn't know what to run there. I could have run Confuse Ray. We've got Encore to prevent things from setting up on me. You've got Tailwind, because it's basically the reason, the whole, like, game plan of this team is Tailwind, switch into one of our offensive mons, like Hoodlum, but probably not. One thing I do have to mention is, if he brings Tyranitar and Stoutland, no, I have to assume that it's Sandrush, and I have to save Shenanigans, because the only way for me to beat the Stoutland is Tailwind into Hoodlum, who actually doesn't have a nature right now, so I gotta fix that. Is it Adamant or Impish? I don't remember now. Do I have it up on the... No, I don't. Here, we'll figure it out. I evade it so that... Well, first of all, the easiest way for me to figure it out is to... We've got max attack versus an Arcanine, not defensive. Because defensive Arcanine's not really a problem for my team. It's offensive Arcanine that's really scary. Okay, so we evade him so that at +1, a Drain Punch will 2-hit KO. Yeah, and it's looking like I don't need investment for that. And, well, I mean, I have 252. Is that right? Oh, this isn't even right. That's why it's messed up. Okay, here, let me close that. That's like an old version, I guess. That's why the EVs were missing from Mammothline. Alright, I got you. But the movesets and everything should be the same otherwise, but... Okay, so... Yeah, we've got 188 attack, so that... See, it doesn't 2-hit KO if he's Intimidate, which is a problem. It is a problem. There's not much I can do about it. So I guess we're Impish then. So that we can live some stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, the set's there. I don't need to. Alright, so this thing, it, after Dragon Dance, under Tailwind, it's faster than the Stoutland. And it can OHKO with the Drain Punch, I believe. I have to double check that because I don't want to be wrong about that. That would be a really big problem. Keep all that, it's whatever. Oh, we don't OHKO. We only have a chance to OHKO. Okay. Sorry about this, guys, but... I mean, honestly, fighting off the Arcanine is a much more plausible scenario. It's very likely that it won't bring the Stoutland, but I need to make sure... Yeah, okay, so the close combat does 71%. I DD, he can't kill me with the E-Speed, and he'll be actually at -1 defense at that point. So he's at -1 defense, and the Drain Punch does a lot. Basically brings me back to the point where if he gets a low roll, and maybe even if he doesn't get the low roll, well, I'll be getting about 40% back. So yeah, that works. And that's without, that's just Impish actually, looking at it. So, I mean, yeah, that is with the Intimidate, but I don't have switch-ins on this team really, other than maybe Sonic 2, a few attacks, but Right. So we need 244 attack, which basically decimates my defense IVs or EVs, but what can you do? Yeah, so okay, there we go. That helps. And we're running impish, so that's fine. Glad I checked that before the battle. Okay, so that's the spread right there. The speed allows me to outspeed Arcanine at +1, right? 212 goes to 217, or 317, 318, yeah, so I outspeed a Jolly Arcanine. Okay. So yeah, and Tailwind works really well with Mamoswine too. I'm really kind of afraid of that Cofagrigus, but if he doesn't bring it, it's going to be so good for me. Sonic can kind of take it on as well, a little bit, as long as it's not Nasty Plot. So Leech Seeds plus Synthesis plus Seed Flare really helps out. This Mon, I've got max defense. I kind of wanted to run special defense, because if the Sceptile is running HP Ice or HP Fire, it's gonna hurt. I think I can live them, and I don't think he's gonna run HP Ice. I could see HP Fire maybe, or HP Ground even for the Raikou. An Assault Best Fight Raikou could do a lot. It also lives hit from Crobat or Arcanine, so it lives a hit, it gets up the Leech Seed, or the Tailwind, or whatever, it gets up the one hit. The Mon you're fighting has damage against it. You can go for the Leech Seed, or whatever. They could roost, they could attack you again, and take even more of their HP. That's why I'm running pretty much max HP on this thing, so that with the recoil moves, they can take as much damage onto themselves as they can. Seed Flare is going to hurt a lot of pretty much everything, other than the Mega Sceptile, and I mean, I can wall it pretty much as long as it doesn't have the hitting power. So with Synthesis, Seed Flare, Seed Flare, Seed Flare, eventually it's going to be 2-hit KOing, and Sceptile doesn't really have recovery anyway, so there's that. Arcanine and Crobat again can live it, especially Crobat, but Leech Seed plus Tailwind plus recoil moves is basically how I deal with that, sort of. And it's there again for another tech with Tailwind, because I'm really heavily reliant on the Tailwind during this match. And then for the last one that I haven't gone over yet, Nero. Now, this is probably the most plausible way for me to win this battle. Okay, so I go into Shenanigans after the Bikini gets a kill, hopefully. Shenanigans can Thunderwave something, or so. It can set up the Tailwind if it has to, so Tailwind, and then Light Screen. If we're fighting against the Mega Sceptile, we Tailwind, right, and then we go for the Light Screen, so then Nero is faster. He can set up the Rain first turn, he can go for a Calm Mind first, actually probably goes for the Calm Mind first turn, then Rain Dance, and then maybe another Calm Mind if I can live the third hit, but I probably can't. Maybe with the Light Screen though. And then I go for the rest and I live. Okay? So this thing can actually beat his entire team as long as it doesn't get crits. The Wild Charge Arcanine is the biggest problem for him, but that's about it. But anyway, this has been Knoxtra. Either we're gonna win this battle with like a 3 or 4-0, I would assume, or we're gonna lose badly, like 5-0, 6-0. It really just depends on what mons he brings. There's no way to prep for his entire team just because of how versatile it is, but this is what I'm bringing, and this is the faith that I have in the Pokemon that are on this team. If I lose, I lose. There's not much I can do about it. This guy's just got a really OP team. But anyway, this has been Knoxtra. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!